An anchor state in the region, Kenya is happy to host the Mashariki Cooperation Conference, a convening of highly skilled detectives and security chiefs. While your mandate is mainly working at the national level, the changing landscape of security demands that we seek and enhance partnership networks beyond our borders. Indeed, security is a national, transnational, and international issue which must be tackled with corresponding interventions. Distinguished delegates and security chiefs, this meeting takes place when some of our sister states in East Africa face security challenges in armed internal conflicts and terrorism. This is besides transnational organized crimes, including trafficking in humans, especially children, drugs, counterfeit goods, corruption, money laundering, wildlife trophies, among others. Armed conflicts are, among other issues, fueled by illegal trade in weapons across our borders. Terrorism and religious extremism are taking root as radicalization cells also grow. As technology advances, crimes and other forms of insecurity have gone high-tech, therefore more complicated. These and other security challenges threaten national development agendas for socio-economic transformation towards the Africa we want, as outlined by Agenda 2063 of the African Union. Security concerns are a threat to Africa rising, besides achievement of sustainable development goals as envisaged under Agenda 2030. Africa is without doubt the continent of the 21st century. But insecurity, if not strategically and decisively tackled, may derail the vision of transforming the lives of our people. I cannot emphasize more on why security is key to a better, brighter, and successful region and Africa as a continent. That is why this meeting, which happens about 4 years since Africa missed the target of silencing the guns by the year 2020, as one of the strategies of spurring development, is timely. Distinguished security chiefs and delegates, national and international legal frameworks place the responsibility of guaranteeing security to citizens on the state. But such frameworks, especially in Africa, may not clearly outline collaboration and cooperation at interstate and regional levels. The National Intelligence Service officers are an essential component in collection of evidence-based information for action by other state agencies. In an environment where networks of criminals have gone regional and global, national intelligence services cannot be left behind. You have to be ahead of the game. That is why this conference on harnessing opportunities to address the common threats for a peaceful and prosperous region offers a moment for networking and building joint strategies. As a region, we have all borne the brunt of insecurity when our neighbors are troubled. Trouble anywhere in our region is trouble for everyone. That is why we must work together to address security threats. Distinguished delegates, in particular, at this convening, we have an opportunity to review gaps and threats in security matters from traditional spaces in digital platforms, which have made crimes more complex. Digital spaces have become playgrounds for recruitment and radicalization, money laundering, and trap points for homicides and other cybercrimes, sadly as recently witnessed in Kenya. Esteemed delegates, this calls for strengthening of the capacity of officers in digital skills. This is in addition to recruiting experts in specialized and emerging areas in technology to be ahead of the game. While more resources are required in integration of artificial intelligence into security operations, we have no option but to invest for better outcomes. With advancing technology, we must be armed with highly innovative infrastructure for tracing, tracking, and monitoring potential threats for early elimination and prevention. Security chiefs here are advisors of key state decision makers. Your work must inform legal and policy actions for sustainable security solutions. We are ready to receive guidance on best and most productive strategies of integrating technology for enhanced security. Beyond this conference, we expect that you identify strong areas of each state represented for cross-pollination of good practices through formal and informal training and exchange program for officers. With a network of 15 member states, this gathering should define a framework for sharing knowledge and information between and among our intelligence bureaus for strategic interventions and mutual benefit. This is besides joint operations on issues of regional interest. Transnational challenges call for transnational solutions. Such solutions are in stronger strategic collaboration and cooperation. Distinguished security chiefs and delegates, National Intelligence Service works for public good. While your work is mostly undercover, it is important to note that cultivating public trust is central to success. This therefore calls for a human rights-based approach to investigations. This will instill and sustain public confidence in the National Intelligence Services as a public interest-driven state organs. On this note, I now take this opportunity to declare the Mashariki Cooperation Conference officially open and look forward to the outcome for further action. Asanteni sana. Again, let me appreciate our National Intelligence Service for hosting this very important conference. Matters of security are not negotiable, and the stability of our nations and our region is, to be very plain, in your hands. You are the men and women who must remain awake so that the rest of us can sleep. And if you sleep, all of us are in trouble. So I want to encourage you to appreciate that we are going towards a global village and a borderless society. So let us work together and cooperate to enhance security and peace in our region so that our people can enjoy their lives and they can go about their businesses without having to worry. We do want to take this opportunity to appreciate all of you for the good job that you are doing for the last so many years, where various threats have been thwarted and incidents of terror have been managed to a very large extent. In our beautiful country here in Kenya, we are still traumatized by the 1998 bombings at the American Embassy, the Westgate Mall attack, the Dusit attack. And when we reflect for the last several years, we have not had any terror attack, though the public may not know. It is the men and women in this room who have worked tirelessly to thwart so many efforts that would have created hell for our people. I really want, on behalf of my president and the government of the Republic of Kenya, to appreciate all of you and to encourage you to continue cooperating, sharing intelligence, and working together to create a stable region. A stable region is good for each country, it's good for our citizens. And I'm sure at the end of this conference, you'll create good mechanisms of sharing real-time intelligence so that it can be useful to assisting the other state organs dealing with security to deal with threats from terrorism and other crimes, organized crimes, that are part of our continent and the world. Finally, before I finish, I take this opportunity to assure our National Intelligence Service here in Kenya of our continued support as a government to provide to you adequate resources despite a very tight monetary space. We'll continue according to the necessary support, because if we don't, we will not be able to enjoy all the other economic programs we are working on. Security is prerequisite to development, is prerequisite to everything. And therefore, let me take this opportunity to assure our Director General and your men and women that the President has confidence in what you are doing. He appreciates the good work that you are doing, and be assured of our continued support in all areas, including adequate financing to enable you undertake your work. Na nikimalizia, as I wind up, for those who have visited us here, please don't be in a hurry to go home. Take a bit of time here in the city of Mombasa. I'm sure you came with some dollars and some euros. Please leave them behind here. We need them. If you can spend some time here in Mombasa, we have very exotic beaches. We have nice hotels. We have hospitable people. And since you work so hard, take advantage of being here in Mombasa to spend 2 or 3 days on holiday and leave us some foreign exchange here. It will be useful for our country. With those very remarks, thank you very much. May God bless you.